All right, here we go. Time to make some cool 1J noises. Hopefully during this whole shutdown, everybody's working on their cars. I know a lot of companies were shut down for like 2 weeks. Anyway, all that aside, my 1J turbo has actually been blowing out quite a bit of smoke at every event. So now that I have the time off, we're gonna be going ahead and modify my turbo. So the ceramic turbos on the 1J VVTIs are pretty much junk after you go past like 15 pounds. So we got ourselves a nice steel upgraded one here. And at the same time, this was an internal wastegate setup here. This was all connected. I already went ahead and disconnected this. But what I'm gonna be doing is, for some extra cool 1J noises, we're gonna be welding this shut, and I'm gonna be running an external wastegate setup on the 1J. So first thing I went ahead and did was, like I said, removed all this. Probably gonna cut this flap here, grind this down, keep that flap right there, weld around it, and just take all this and probably just weld the inside there. And then this will never move. This will just stay just like that. And since this whole coronavirus thing is happening, I'm hoping they already canceled my trip twice to Japan. They canceled all international flights. They pretty much made everybody 48 hours to come back to the US. If you didn't, you're pretty much stuck. Here we go, we're gonna go start cutting. Safety glasses, so OSHA doesn't come, even though they're probably shut down because of this whole coronavirus. So like I said, we're just gonna go ahead. Hopefully you guys can see. We're gonna cut this off here. Just get rid of all that. That way we could go ahead and weld underneath. That way no air is trapped or escaping actually out of this. There we go, cut off the flap. Next up, we're just gonna press that out. We'll keep that little flap there, that little extra piece we're gonna take out. But right now, just going ahead and gonna cut this off. That way that's out. You can slide this back, fill in this hole, and fill in the inside hole. Everything's all cleaned off and it's just gonna sit just like this. Perfect. Let me clean that a little bit, but just gonna stay just like that and just put globs and boogers all over here. Drop a little bit of dimes right there.
Let's see your nice welds.
We out here creating Corona virus 2020, COVID-20. Oh, I gotta show the other side. Look at the other side. COVID-20 right there. Woo! Oh shit! Oh shit! That fucking scared the hell out of me. Yeah! All right, full send already. So I'll clamp the little flap down, and Adrian's just gonna go ahead and fill all those holes. Woo! All right, we're here. My buddy Sean.
Let me get my hat.
Yeah. So we're running into a little bit of trouble on this turbo. The problem I was running into was that do I have the I don't have the old turbo setup. So the center cartridge here, this thickness and this thickness are the same size, and the OEM thickness of the OEM turbo is slightly thinner. So we couldn't use the OEM V-band clamp. So now what we're going to be doing is using an aftermarket one, and even the aftermarket one was still too thick compared to this style here. This is a little bit thinner. So what Sean's gonna do is he's gonna cut, I don't know which one, whichever one of these.
Either one of these. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this, and then basically this fits over. So these are both the same. Basically this fits over here like that. And what the problem that he's really running into with this is that this piece slips on, slips over, but the clamp itself is very difficult. So just getting the clamp itself is going to be a hassle. Now this is a 3-inch
this
clamp
thickness
coat.
here is hitting all up in here.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off, going to add an extension and re-weld it so that way he can then just clamp it down and good to go.
Perfect. So here, Sean's fitting up some over fenders. He did the wheels on an S14 for a customer. Wide body. Looks pretty good. And over here, he's doing a full exhaust system. I think he's doing like the catback, something like that. Not bad. All right, we got that all nice and cut. Go ahead, flame on. Ooh. Oh, easy. That for just to heat it up. Heat that up. So you
So
can cut
this
it.
is metal bending 101.
Okay, got a metal bender here.
Alright.
So here we go. Sean was able to, let it focus a little bit. He was able to weld that for me. Fits perfectly. That's all good. Now the only thing left is getting one of the studs for the turbo, which we're doing that right now. Have it on the vice grip right now and just gonna take it out.
Yeah, because you know, Nissan and Toyota and their e-sockets.
Yep.
Let's be honest here.
Alright, here we go. It's out from the other one. Back on.
Anti-seize and everything.
Nice. Alright guys, sorry for the delay, but I'm gonna give you a quick little sum up. So, mocked everything up. Everything pretty much fits pretty good. Only thing I'm kind of worried about is I was delayed a little bit because I did need this the charge pipe gasket. I have no idea where mine went. So I had to order another one. That took a couple days to come in. Everything's on back order. Got that. We're gonna put this right under here, and now we can finally connect the manifold, the turbo, all that together. Finally put everything back. Hopefully my wastegate dump should fit. I'm really hoping. I modified it pretty good after test fitting here and there, but we'll find out after we're installing all this. Now, the other thing is I'm gonna have to hold off on starting everything because I want to get everything fixed away. So, I don't know if I told you guys, but I had a huge oil leak and a little bit of a coolant leak. Found the coolant leak, it ended up being just a little clamp. So now I got a new clamp, but the coolant was not at all like coming out through here. So what ended up happening is I should take all this off. All right, take the top. Oh, that's gross. So much oil. So I think I found out where the oil leak was actually coming from. So I know before I kept complaining that I was having a pretty big oil leak, and I was thinking it was my cam seals. I'm still hoping it's not, but what I read online was that the VVTI cam gear does, in fact, I took this apart when the whole motor was getting rebuilt. So I did take that apart. So what I'm hoping is I got a new O-ring. I'm waiting for that to come in. I'm hoping that I could just take out the whole VVTI cam gear there, replace the O-ring, and cross our fingers that fixes it. So I ended up cleaning everything off there. All the oil's gone. I didn't want to turn the car on and have oil spraying everywhere. So that's going to be another video in which we can finally test drive all this. Another update is that the whole OEM spring old coilover did not work out at all. I got new coilovers, and I got new wheels, and I got new tires. So unfortunately, the Japan trip is not happening. This whole coronavirus thing, let's see. Unfortunately, the Japan trip is not happening. The whole coronavirus thing, literally, Japan right now is under shutdown. No flights are going out internationally or anything. So ended up getting my money back. Hopefully later on in the year we could go to Japan. Talk to Randy and all of them. They weren't going. Well, nobody can go anywhere pretty much. So that kind of sucks. But now we could dump more money into this, or we could also, I still kind of want to buy a 350Z. I'm all over the place. But let's get back into this. Now what I'm gonna do is, like I said, just gonna install this, connect all that, make sure all that fits. I'm really hoping the wastegate dump tube does fit. I had to recut and re-weld. Well, Joven, shout out to Joven, welded all this up for me. Had to bang it. That way it's a little flat. It's not hitting the firewall or touching any lines over there. And then we could finally put everything together. New coilovers, new wheels, new tires, new tie rods. Everything's gonna be new once again on this car. And hopefully, I'm really hoping, it's an $8 fix for this O-ring. I'm hoping that's the fix so I don't have to worry about any oil leaking. And this car will be all set to drive, rip, drift, all that good stuff. All right, just like that, everything is pretty much all set. And of course, That's not fully bolted in, but it's sitting pretty snug over there, so I'm not worried about anything there. It's pretty much hitting the exhaust and part of the paint, but that's no biggie. Of course, I lost the flange somewhere around here, so I'm gonna have to look for that. But pretty much next time what we're gonna be doing, guys, is we're gonna be putting the O-ring on this. We still have coilovers, we still have new wheels, we still have new tires that we're gonna do on that. Hopefully, rather than taking the timing and all that off the 1J, hopefully it's that VVTI cam gear. Stay tuned, guys. There's a lot of stuff that we still got to do. New rear wheels as well. Then we can finally go out on a drive. No more coolant leak, no more oil leak. Cross our fingers on that. So stay tuned, guys.